Hello everyone, this is our Flow State Enterprise elevator pitch. Imagine if focus wasn't just something that you forced, but rather it was something that you stepped into. There's a huge problem that is occurring with young professionals and college students. There's a climate with rising burnout, constant distraction, and declining focus, and we're looking to fill in this gap. So there's a common misconception going around that more tools will give you more focus. We see this with things like AI or tutors, people just pouring in money to, try to come up with a better, focus, a better performance, better efficiency in the workplace or with school. And we're seeking to combat this issue back with an organic process, an organic system. So our value proposition is that Flow State is a real-time adaptive productivity system. It will reduce burnout, it will improve focus, and most importantly, it adapts to your personal needs. While most current productivity tools are very static, Flow State is something completely new. It combines the user's environment, their behavior, and AI all into one system. And it shifts productivity from a very stressful to a much more sustainable practice. Our first product, part of the system rather, is the weather bubble product. It's a wearable device that kind of goes around your neck like a lanyard. There's no screens, and it's something that can control your environment. There are 3 main modes with this product. Deep Focus, Creative Storm, and Rest Calm, each for different uses. Deep Focus would be for something like studying, whereas Creative Storm is for, brainstorming or coming up with new, innovative ideas.
So there are 3 different parts to the weather bubble. First, we would have the part that figures out what the customer needs and what the customer needs to focus on. Then the process would go into fixing it for the customer specifically and aligning it with their needs. And then the final part would be adjusting for whenever the customer changes their mood, changes their focus, time management. Whenever they change something, the weather bubble updates with them.
So basically the service is like a live coaching. How this works is the user will have like data to import, and then the AI coaching will then look at that data and have real-time actions. It'll interpret it and analyze it, and then this will lead to improved focus for whoever might be using this. And basically how we will do this is through a subscription and setup. Then the user, after they complete that, will import the data, and then the AI will analyze and interpret that and continue to learn from that to just improve the overall system for the user.
So the customer segments that we're going to be dealing with are college students and young professionals. These segments have very high stress levels and focus problems. The weather bubble would be very easy for them to just put around their neck and carry with them throughout the day. The impact we would have on them would to lower the burnout levels and make sure that they can have better focus and time management.
So there could be several different ways we can advertise this. Firstly being social media and campus outreach. Many people who are within like the age of like in their teens to like mid-20s, that's really most applicable to this, will be on a campus. So advertising on campus will be like huge, and that same goes with social media, as almost everyone today has some sort of social media. Additionally, website demos, online store and subscription, and then app delivery and service, or app and delivery service, are all just as applicable. So to complete this and actually create this, obviously there will have to be some tech innovation and then development of AI systems so that this can improve user experience and to really accomplish these goals, there's going to have to be new like system or sensors and hardware, AI and data systems, and obviously we'll need engineers and psychologists to complete these goals.
So, like Jacob said earlier, we're planning on having a subscription service for our revenue builder. We would have an app as well. So we would need to get with web manufacturers and tech companies to build this app and make it very user-friendly. We don't want this app to be hard for the users to use. We want it to make their days easier and lower their stress levels. We would have an impact of lower burnout levels as well.
Lastly, we just want to call the users, investors, and any other customers to take this opportunity to step into your flow state. We are offering something that isn't currently offered on the market, as every other tool is static, isn't as interactive and as user-friendly and adaptive as we are. And with that, here are our resources and our credits that we used to complete this.